Welcome back, champions. Today, we turn our gaze toward the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy born in the ancient streets of Athens and Rome, but still echoing powerfully in the modern world. You will discover how the enduring lessons of Stoicism can guide us through contemporary challenges, lighting the path to inner strength, resilience, and a mastery over the self. Let us delve into what it means to live as a true Stoic, embracing a mindset that not only withstands adversity, but transforms it into a source of power. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once reminded us that it is not the events themselves, but our response to them that defines our character. Therein lies the heart of Stoicism, an unflinching acceptance of reality, and a commitment to control only what is within our power. The Stoics understood that life's circumstances are unpredictable and beyond our control, but they saw this not as a source of despair, but as an opportunity to cultivate an unshakable character. The core of Stoicism is not resignation to fate, but mastery over our own responses, and this practice remains just as crucial today as it did thousands of years ago. Imagine facing life's most difficult trials, not with a spirit of helplessness, but with a mind fortified by the belief that within you lies the power to choose your response, to face any obstacle with unwavering composure. This is what the Stoics taught. It's about acknowledging that while the storm outside may rage, the calm within remains our domain. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic sage, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In this truth lies liberation, for when we cease trying to control what is beyond our reach, we gain mastery over ourselves. Think about how often we allow external events to dictate our moods, to steal our peace. The Stoics saw this as a grave mistake. To be ruled by the whims of fate, they argued, is to live as a slave to circumstance. Instead, we must train ourselves to act as the master of our own minds. We must cultivate apatheia, a state of being unperturbed by the events that swirl around us. This does not mean we become indifferent to life, but rather that we remain steadfast and centered, regardless of what life brings our way. It is this steadfastness that gives us the freedom to navigate our path with purpose. When confronted with failure or loss, the Stoic does not wallow in despair, nor do they rage against the world. Instead, they ask themselves, what can I control in this situation? How can I use this to strengthen my character? The answer is always to be found within. The Stoics understood that suffering, when met with the right mindset, becomes a forge for the soul, shaping and tempering it into something greater. It is not the setbacks that define us, but the courage and resilience we bring to bear against them. Today, we face a world where distractions abound, where noise and chaos vie for our attention, tempting us to drift from our true selves. Yet, in this landscape, the teachings of the Stoics stand as a beacon, reminding us to turn inward, to cultivate our virtues, and to take full responsibility for our own development. Seneca, one of Stoicism's most eloquent voices, wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." To face challenges head-on, then, is not a burden, but a privilege, a chance to show the world and ourselves the true measure of our resolve. The lessons of Stoicism are not distant relics of the past. They are tools for modern life, guiding us to respond to the pressures of work, relationships, and society with grace and strength. In our careers, we may encounter setbacks, missed opportunities, failed ventures. Yet, as the Stoics teach us, these are not disasters to lament, but invitations to grow. They urge us to view every challenge as a trial set before us to test our character, and every victory as a moment to practice humility. We must approach our endeavors with what the Stoics called amor fati, the love of fate, not merely accepting what happens, but embracing it as necessary, as if we had chosen it ourselves. When we encounter injustice or cruelty, Stoicism does not teach us to turn a blind eye. Rather, it calls us to act with wisdom and integrity, to strive for justice where we can. But we must do so without losing our inner peace. Epictetus reminds us that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can always choose how we respond. This does not mean passivity. It means cultivating the strength to remain virtuous in the face of vice and composed in the presence of chaos. In this way, we become living embodiments of Stoic principles, teaching by example rather than by words alone. As we walk this path, let us remember that the Stoics did not seek perfection, but progress. They knew that to strive for virtue is a daily endeavor, an unending journey of self-betterment. The goal is not to become an unfeeling statue, but to experience life fully while maintaining a steady mind. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily of his own mortality, not to evoke fear, but to sharpen his focus on what truly matters. He urged himself to waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. His words serve as a timeless call to action, urging us not to delay our pursuit of a virtuous life, for every moment counts. In the realm of relationships, Stoicism teaches us to love others without attachment to how they may change or how they may affect us. We are urged to cherish our loved ones as mortals, understanding that their presence in our lives is temporary but deeply meaningful. By embracing this reality, we free ourselves from the fear of loss and instead live with a greater appreciation for the present moment. To love deeply is not to cling, but to understand the impermanence of all things, allowing us to give and receive love with an open heart. Let us also reflect on the Stoic concept of eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing. It is the ultimate aim of life according to the Stoics, a state achieved not through wealth or comfort, but through living in accordance with virtue and reason. It is the serene satisfaction found in knowing that we have done our best with what was within our control. As we align our actions with our principles, we find a sense of fulfillment that the external world can neither give nor take away. This is the true freedom that Stoicism offers, a freedom that resides within us all. As we draw this journey to a close, I encourage each of you to reflect on how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can shape your own path. Take these teachings, not as abstract concepts, but as practical tools for mastering your life. In moments of anger, ask yourself what a Stoic would do. In times of uncertainty, seek strength from within rather than looking for it in the world. In each decision, strive to choose virtue over vice, discipline over impulse. Let this mindset become the bedrock upon which you build a life of meaning, resilience, and purpose. If you've found value in today's insights, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to beat the algorithm and consciously choose the content you want to see in your feed. Dive deeper into the teachings of ancient wisdom and further develop your masculinity by exploring our other videos. Until next time, champions, stay strong and stay committed to your path.